Yeah, guys, listen, I'm Bohden. You know me, you love me, and if I was a Powerpuff Girl, I think I would be Buttercup.
Ooh. Which would you be, Ashton?
I would be that little devil guy who's like almost.
Ashton's
Okay.
no, Ashton would be
I'm
Mojo Jojo.
Jojo. Oh, he's Mojo Jojo? Fuck.
Or no, maybe Ashton would be like one of the rowdy rough boys. Or
He looks
or
like with his haircut right now. He does.
Let's talk about how you know every character.
What about the gang of germ molecules? He would be one of the little germ henchmen. That's what Ashton would be.
That's good. Did they ever have a movie? Did the Powerpuff Girls ever have a movie?
I believe so. They had to.
It had to have grossed billions.
I'm pretty sure the shows came back.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, it was rebooted, but it's garbage. So maybe don't even talk about that.
Oh, the fact that you even watched it is
we've hit
crazy.
A soft spot in Bohden.
Yeah, don't talk about the Powerpuff Girls.
Lucky for Bohden, this week it's actually kind of dedicated to him in a way. For all of March,
because he's dying.
Oh my God! Drop the bomb on him. I'm dying.
He has leukemia. It's a serious. No, seriously, he's not dying.
No, leukemia is very serious. But
can we say that?
I tore my freaking ACL and I can't live with it anymore.
No, he's okay though. He's great. This week we're doing favorite director actually from one of us, and it actually just so happens to be Bohden that we're starting with. And then next week, we're going to be jumping to me or Ashton's favorite. And then the week after that, to the last one. And this is just like in an effort to, get people to know more about our style, like the styles of directing that we like, the films that the people we like watching, shit like that. And yeah, Bohden, if you want to take it away with your first favorite, number one favorite director.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that Chase is just such a great host. I don't think we could have introed that any better than that. What an orator! What an amazing
getting
speaker.
A pay grade, like pay rise or whatever those shits are called. I don't know. I don't get them.
We're kind of paying Chase pennies at this point, pennies on the dollar. But I think he's definitely getting a pay bump next quarter. Maybe maybe a few quarters.
I hate you guys.
I don't know.
I hate you guys so much.
We appreciate you, Chase, more than anything.
I'm just trying to get us there.
You're a valuable member of the team.
For the next report to be.
For the next 3 weeks, we're doing each episode for the next 3 weeks. We're going to do one of our favorite directors, just in celebration of like our taste in movies and like what we love to watch and like what have influenced us the most. And mine this week, I'm starting with me, is Quentin Tarantino. This is no secret. I fucking gargle this man's balls on the daily. Love everything that he's made.
We're gonna get that on a shirt as soon as possible.
Yes, can we please?
But that quote, Bohden.
Whoa.
I gargle on his balls on the daily, Bohden.
Wow. Jesus.
What can I say?
I just think Quentin Tarantino's used that language in his movies.
Is that from one of the movies? Is that the Hateful Eight?
I don't think he said it, but I think I did once see someone literally gargle a man's balls before he killed him. Samuel L. Jackson did that in Hateful Eight, actually. Funny. I just made that joke and then I realized, it
my
actually
God,
did
that's
happen.
So funny. Yeah,
he literally made a racist suck his own dick in that movie. Wow, I totally forgot about that.
That's funny, guys.
Which isn't homophobic or gay at all.
No, it's not. It's only gay to get fucked in the ass. Fucking a man in the ass is not gay. So
yes, I've heard that from a lot of people in prison. Understandable.
Yeah, that's the old Greek tradition. So.
Just brushed over that. Just so brushed over that quickly.
But like I don't know, man. Quentin Tarantino he's not just like a great filmmaker, he's like a great writer.
He's a great
and
father.
A great father.
An amazing lover.
But like he's also like just a cool dude from all the interviews I've seen from him. Like I don't just love the films he makes. He seems just like a down to earth.
From hanging out with him in Cabo.
in Cabo. Yeah, I've been to his estate in Israel, and it's absolutely gorgeous. He's such a film buff. He seems to always like work well with like all of the actors that he's familiar with. Every actor that's ever talked about working with Tarantino, they say how easy he is to get along with and how great he is and how fun it is to work with him.
I just read something about how he would fire anybody on
site.
Movie. Yeah, he would fire anybody on site that he was seen using his using their phone on the set.
Wait, is that real?
There's no warning, nothing. He would just say, like, you're on your phone, get out.
I mean, that's pretty understandable to have like
what
your
if they
own
were
role
on
as a
break?
director.
No, he said if you wanted to use your phone, you had to go across the street. And like somebody said that like you would see people just running out sometimes, and you like wondered like, oh, like what's up? But
So
like,
this is going to be the shit on Tarantino hour where we talk about how he's a tyrant. Okay, cool, Ashton. So why don't you sit
I would say
quiet?
he's close to Ellen.
Oh my God.
Bold comparison.
But
Man.
no. I was just saying I just read that recently that to your point on how he's such a nice man. But yeah, no, I understand that. Like I don't like phones in general. That's why I'm nowhere to be found. But like
That's a pretty
I can understand
reasonable
that
rule,
when you're
honestly.
at, yeah,
Like,
when you're at work.
Shut up.
Like especially what are you talking about, bro? When you're
I'm
at work,
so off the grid.
when you're at work, there's no reason for you to be
Nobody can find me
for you to be
ever.
on your phone unless it's an emergency, which then you can run across the street. Like there's no reason to be on your phone. Good job.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, good job. So this turned around to more gargling of his balls. I support this this little detour we had. Okay, that's good. Good input, Ashton.
I don't think in the title we could put Quentin Tarantino gargle balls.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out a better title.
I'm sure you're gonna figure out something.
It's gonna be some sexual reference to Tarantino for sure. But
hopefully
like,
he listens.
all of I love and adore like every single one of his films. I love all of the tropes that he's like that have made his that have become his signature over the years. You know, things like the nonlinear storyline, the excessive violence, dark humor, like all that stuff. It's just I love his style, and I
believe I looked up his lowest rated film is a film that you asked me if I've seen, Death Proof. I believe that's his lowest rated film. Did you watch that?
Oh, absolutely. I've seen Death Proof. I'm not surprised that would be his lowest rated. It's probably his worst movie, but saying that doesn't mean much since all of his movies are fucking amazing. But if you had to, like he's made such god tier movies that of course a movie that's just like normal levels of good is going to be like his worst movie or considered his worst movie.
I have found watching all of his movies throughout this week that, I mean, generally every movie is like amazing or hovers on just like very, very good, like exceptionally well done, well shot, amazing cast in every single fucking film.
What I like about Quentin is that you really can't like compare his movies. He really does go a different direction in all his films. He might have like little callbacks to stuff he's done, but he does come up with amazing original stories.
And his like Western style like is so inherent in like every part of each movie.
Oh my God,
super cool. It's like his signature thing, you know what I mean? Plus like the super violence, the quick like aggression and shit like that.
Yeah, he talks about like he'll inject Western like influences and styles into his movies all the time. Like in Inglourious Bastards, he's talked about how he very much designed that movie to be a spaghetti Western, but with World War II iconography and to like take place with those characters, like the French Resistance and like German soldiers and whatnot. But it very much feels like a spaghetti Western when you watch it.
Now, Bohden, what was Quentin's first film?
Well, his directorial debut was Reservoir Dogs, but he did make another film before that. I forget the name. It's like My Boyfriend's Roommate or something like that. But
I know that he like the reason he was able to make Reservoir Dogs was that he ended up selling a screenplay of
True
a movie
Romance,
he wrote,
wasn't it?
Yeah, True Romance, romance crime film that he wrote, and then sold that for some money, and then made Reservoir Dogs, which is crazy to think about. Is if he paid for the casting and or if he knew them, like because there's a lot of big names in Reservoir Dogs. I don't know if they were big then. Because like it said that it's solely an independent film, which is impressive to me on the cast.
Oh my God, yeah. So the story of Reservoir Dogs is essentially when Tarantino was shopping that script around, he had this, a script for Reservoir Dogs that him and his friend were working on. And he was just working at like a video store at the time, like literally like not in the industry at all. He was just a huge film fan and was like trying to get his foot in the door. And the producer of the film who was working on it with him, he introduced the script to his acting teacher, and that acting teacher's wife is friends, or who was good friends with Harvey Keitel, who's Mr. White in Reservoir Dogs. And when the acting teacher's wife showed the script to Harvey Keitel, he fell in love with it and ended up helping fund the movie for Tarantino, and also helped fund casting for him. They would go to casting auditions, and that's where he found Tim Roth and Steve Buscemi and et cetera, all the people, and Michael Madsen. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Like what luck to like end up having it fall into Harvey Keitel's lap and be like, oh, this is cool. I guess I'll fund this man's career for his first movie and launch his fucking renown, which is pretty fucking dope.
Even the movie that he wrote, it has like big people in it. It has Patricia Arquette, Val Kilmer, like the True Romance movie.
Yeah, I never saw. Yeah, I haven't seen it either. That sounds like.
I'm looking. Gary Oldman, Brad Pitt, Christopher Walken, or also Dennis Hopper and Christian.
Damn,
we're talking about True Romance.
Yeah, there's a lot of big names in there.
I saw there were a lot of big names in it. Yeah, it grossed a lot of money.
That's another signature of Tarantino is an ensemble cast. He has an ensemble cast. I think in literally every movie he's made, he's had like an amazing cast of people. Like that guy knows. He said in an interview once that he'll often write roles with his friends in mind. Like he wrote
that makes sense. That makes sense because he does have a lot of the same. Like he reuses the same actors in a lot of his films.
A few of them. For sure,
absolutely. Yeah. He was talking about when he was writing for Bill and Kill Bill. He kept on picturing Samuel L. Jackson saying these lines.
But what is it? He has like 3 movies. Like out of all his movies, there's only 3 movies that Samuel L. Jackson isn't in.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I believe so. When I looked at it,
he's not in Kill Bill. He's not in.
He's in Kill Bill 2. He's in Kill Bill 2.
Oh, he is in Kill Bill. Yeah, he is. He's in Pulp Fiction. He's not in Reservoir Dogs.
It's Reservoir Dogs, and I believe Death Proof. He's not in.
Yeah, he's not in either of those.
So he's not in those 3.
Oh, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I don't think he's in either. If I remember.
Oh yeah, he's not in that. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
So 3 total.
Yeah.
He loves how the actors that he's worked with over the years, he loves how they say his dialogue, so it always just sticks in his head when he's writing his roles of he'll have certain actors in his head when he's doing that.
Yeah. I've noticed that he loves using like revenge style, like
oh my god,
themes and like you know what I mean,
talk about
to build the story,
because we all know the best revenge movie, and that's Old Boy.
Oh,
I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
Old Boy getting dropped in another episode, man. You know it's a film now episode when Ashton drops Old Boy.
Well, don't talk about revenge. You know, we're talking about like Old Boy.
Much like Old Boy, Quentin Tarantino utilizes themes of revenge in like almost every one of his movies. Or like
I mean, Kill Bill is easily one of my favorite revenge like movie of all time. Like,
oh my god, yeah,
like every single one of them. Like I love them.
I mean. Like he loves violence in general, and like revenge stories are going to have some great fucking chances for violence in it. And like Kill Bill, oh my god, it can't be understated how good Kill Bill, or overstated how good Kill Bill is. Like, I think he wrote maybe one of the most like feminist and like female empowerment characters in like all of cinema. With
all the women
Beatrix.
in Kill Bill were bad.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, with Beatrix alone, he made one of the most powerful, coolest female characters ever. But like also like every other woman in that movie is so fucking dope. Like Lucy Liu.
In general, he makes women like truly amazing. Like even Pulp Fiction. What's her name?
Yeah, like in Reservoir Dogs.
Who, Mia? Uma Thurman?
Yeah, Uma Thurman. Like he makes all the women just like either so beautiful or stuff. Like even Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like Margot Robbie. He just, I don't know. He's so good with making women. I guess I don't know.
And feet, man. That man fucking loves feet.
Really? I didn't.
Tarantino.
What's that all about? He likes feet.
You guys actually. I thought you guys would like. You don't know that?
I don't know.
Tarantino has like a huge foot fetish, and he'll like represent it in all his movies. Like there's always feet being shown in his movies at some point in like a scene. He's like, he loves feet. Like Kill Bill when she's willing her toes to wiggle in that truck scene when she's sitting in the back of the Pokey wagon.
I've seen a lot of toe wiggling in the movies.
There's that scene in Margot where Margot Robbie's in the theater watching her movie with her bare feet out, like just chilling there.
Oh shit! Oh fuck!
Yeah, there's feet.
And he's open about it. He's like in interviews, he's like, "Yeah, fuck you, I love feet."
I don't know if he's like, "Fuck yeah, I love feet," but yeah, people
feet, I live feet. All I do is feet.
It's
I
just
so I can fund my addiction to fucking feet.
No, he represents. I guess it's just a funny trope from him now. So
it's a fetish. It's a kink. Yeah, like don't try to underestimate it.
We're not kink shaming. We're not kink shaming.
We're not kink shaming, but it is a kink.
But if you fuck feet, you're kind of weird. But we're not kink shaming.
Yeah, we're not kink shaming.
But don't.
I would say he probably noticed that people noticed, and then he's like, okay, that's funny. I'll just do it in every movie.
I'll just keep. Now I'm. Since I was caught, I might as well keep on doing it.
I swear to God.
Instead of rejecting the idea, he's doubled down on his conviction of it. It's like, fuck yeah, I do it, whatever.
But Quentin Tarantino easily has some of the best quotes, quotable movies ever. To this day, me watching Pulp Fiction as a kid. Dude. Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill, there's such quotable dialogue, just little scenes, even Kill Bill with the whistle. I can't, when I first saw that, I was whistling for fucking days after.
I wish I could. I'd whistle it right now if I could, but I don't know how to whistle.
I can't.
I'm sorry, Tarantino. Well. I'm sorry, Quentin.
I would do it, but I think Tarantino would immediately sue us. Sued. Yeah, immediately. He's like, use my shit and talk about my feet. Fuck you.
Guys, I don't know how this just happened, but I just got an email that says this is a cease and desist from Tarantino Productions. What the fuck is this?
Oh, fuck.
Shit, he found us.
The podcast actually belongs to him now?
What?
We owe him royalty?
No, but absolutely, in my opinion, his best movie is Inglourious Bastards, and Inglourious Bastards is probably the most quotable movie I've ever fucking seen in my life. Every scene,
ones. Brad Pitt is.
Oh my God. It's not just so good.
It's not just one-liners. There are there's paragraphs of dialogue that I'll just want to recite in my head that are so fucking compelling and so good.
Well, that's Pulp Fiction.
Oh my God.
There Pulp are so Fiction many. Has but Pulp Fiction has to where Samuel L. Jackson's part or anywhere to where it's not just one line. It's you'll go down fucking reciting a whole Bible verse because
absolutely.
I was gonna say it Inglourious Bastards in particular has so many extended scenes of dialogue where it is so unbelievably tense and heart pounding, the bar scene, the scene in the intro scene, number one. Jesus Christ, when he's in the house and they're all underneath, you know what I mean? And they're underneath the floorboards and shit.
Yeah, Tarantino has
do we have the green light to spoil some of this? Yeah.
The portrayal of Anne Frank, yeah.
But that
shut the fuck up, Ashton.
He's so good at introducing stress to an environment, to a scene, and then sharply raising the tension and shit like that.
Hell yeah, dude. Tarantino has stated that the opening scene in Inglourious Bastards is his favorite thing that he's ever written.
Really?
Yeah, so Inglourious Bastards was a script he was working on for about 10 years. Before he made Kill Bill,
almost
he started
like Uncut Gems and the Safdie brothers. Understandable. It takes a while to make a truly good film.
Sometimes it does.
As I was saying, shout out to the Safdie brothers. Bad casting though. But anyway, as far as Inglourious Bastards. Where do I go from there, Ashton? Why do you got to derail this to get into your fucking bullshit, dude? your Sandler fucking apologia. I'm sick of this shit.
Keep on
Can
going.
we talk about Adam Sandler? Oh, fun fact. Thank God this happened. But Adam Sandler was going to be cast in Inglourious Bastards as Donnie Donowitz, who in the movie is.
See, that's the thing is that he makes films that
I wasn't done speaking, you pleb.
Okay, I don't see movies, to your point, I don't see movies that Quentin Tarantino has made that would be fitting for Adam Sandler.
That's a very good point. Especially this role, because in the movie, the character Donnie Donowitz is also known as the Bear Jew to a bunch of Nazi people.
Oh, him? I don't know.
He was going to be cast in that. Thank God he wasn't, because I don't want him to bring down a fucking Tarantino movie. He can bring down Safdie brothers movies if he wants to, but don't touch my mans.
Okay. So since we're here already, we might as well continue. I don't know if you know.
Safdie brothers segue?
Quentin Tarantino is actually a fan of Adam Sandler, so much that he would make a cameo in his movie, the famous movie of Adam Sandler, Little Nicky, in which Quentin Tarantino plays the devil warning priest.
He does. He is in that movie. You are right about that. So, wait, is that real? He does enjoy Adam Sandler's work?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure they're friends.
Cool, Bohden. The guy whose nuts you want to gargle enjoys Adam Sandler.
So
you can't disagree with him, right?
Sorry, I cut out. What was the I don't remember. What was the, can we repeat? Can we go back like 15 minutes? That's when I cut out last. Can you guys hear me? Is this thing on?
Start the whole thing over.
Can we start? Yeah. What? So anyway, Tarantino.
Go
casting. He's great. He's great at casting. Fun fact: Leo was going to actually play Hans Landa, Christoph Waltz's character. He was going to be cast in that, but Tarantino decided he wanted a native German speaker to play the role.
I respect that and understand that, but Leo would have been better because he's the best at everything he does. Shout out to Leo.
Christoph Waltz, if you're even talking shit on Christoph Waltz, like you're retarded.
Yes, Ashton. Now we're on the same theme.
Shit, I mean, you're.
Oh wait, did you say for Christoph Waltz's role? Yeah. Okay, well, Christoph Waltz killed that role. He was amazing. Like it was.
Yeah, perfect. he's literally one of the best villains in all of cinema.
Yeah,
so yeah,
can you name a bad Christoph Waltz performance, Chase? Since you're talking
Chase,
about him,
let me just think right now. Put me on the spot here a little bit, everybody. A bad performance from Christoph Waltz.
Yeah, just anyone.
Somebody whose filmography I am very familiar with. I would have to say, arguably right now, live on the cam and in the studio, a bad movie from Christoph Waltz. I can't think of one. He's great.
You nailed it. Wow, Chase. Man, bring in the comedy and the witty fucking repertoire, dude. Oh my God.
Continue with your fucking love story, Bohden.
Tarantino and I fell in love
at a young age
on a warm autumn day.
What was your first movie that you saw of his?
Ooh,
it's hard to tell, but I think because of the sequence of events that I can recall, I think it was Inglourious Bastards was the first movie I ever really saw of his, and that came out in like 2009, I think. So 10 years ago, a little over 10 years ago.
Wow.
That's the thing. Like, so, there are those like famous movies that everyone knows are good, but maybe you are the one person who hasn't seen it. Pulp Fiction was like that for me for a long time, where I'm like, oh yeah, that really good movie that I don't really care to see or whatever. It's probably great. And then I saw Inglourious Bastards. I saw who directed it, and then I would assume looked at his filmography. I'm like, oh, that's that one movie. Okay, I'll try watching that. And then that's when I went down the rabbit hole of like, oh, Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill, all this shit. I'm like, oh my God, he's made like every movie he's made is amazing. Who is this guy? And then that fucking 10 years later.
See, mine was that my dad showed me Pulp Fiction and all the Kill Bills, to where by the time I was old enough to like research film and shit, like I ended up looking up Quentin Tarantino, and I hadn't known that he had made those movies. So it was like, oh shit, like I'd seen them, and then I ended up rewatching them and having more respect for them, knowing it was like what he's made and that he made that one and those and Reservoir Dogs. Like seeing Reservoir Dogs, like I believe I saw like in 2015, like after knowing I've seen Kill Bill and all those, and then that was like, holy shit, like this is his first movie, like.
I know, like when you see Reservoir Dogs, you get blown away at the fact that like the budget he made it on, and the fact that it was right out his movie out the gate. It's like, wow.
Yeah, and especially what's weird is living in my wife and I, we lived in Long Beach, California, and a lot of that, like it takes place near Long Beach, the docks of Long Beach they talk about. Like I've seen all of that driving to work and everything, so it's really weird watching like all his movies, especially living in California. Like I've seen a lot of the places, which is really cool.
You've been to the movie sets and such.
Yeah, of course. He always asked me to stop by.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Like I remember, like watching a movie like Reservoir Dogs made me realize how much I loved like good writing and like good dialogue, because that's all that movie is just basically a fucking litmus test in Tarantino's ability to write amazing, gripping dialogue, where almost nothing of the heist is revealed in that movie. Everything that's revealed in that movie is revealed through the conversations with the actors in these long dialogue scenes. Like it's everything, like the plot line that's told in such a disjointed, non-linear fashion can be very confusing if you don't realize what you're watching. But as the people are just talking on screen in the warehouse and in flashbacks, everything's unfolded to you piece by piece, and it's amazing.
The chemistry between them was amazing. Steve Buscemi, shout out to you. You're the best.
Oh my God, love that man.
Honestly, the winner of that movie, if you think about it.
I figured you would say that because he is the first one to drop a hard N-bomb in the movie. Hard R N-bomb. So I'm not surprised you chose him.
I'm saying
it's fine. That's like your favorite character.
Way.
Your favorite character is the guy who drops the hard R N-bomb.
Think about it
in
terms of what happens at the end of the movie, you goddamn kaputs.
No, it's totally it's honorable and understanding.
Disrespectful. I love the style at which like the movie is introduced. It's like one crime boss lord brings together 6 or 7 or whatever, people, thieves or criminals who don't know each other, all by different aliases. That's an awesome premise. Number 1. I was into it right away. It's told so quickly, so like, aggressively and well done in such a fast pace. The movie's like, what's the airtime for that? Like 90 minutes or less?
Maybe a little longer. If it's not quick, it feels quick.
And it gets the job done right away. Something I don't super appreciate, Mr. Tarantino, take notes, is don't write 4-hour movies anymore, man. I don't have that much time to dedicate, to a single sitting all the time, man.
See, that's like
his latest few films has been very long. I've noticed. The Hateful Eight and Irishman.
This might make you
not
very
Irishman,
upset
oh my
about
God.
him, but I fell asleep in theaters at Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Ooh,
damn!
That one's
really?
almost 3 hours movies.
But I also got like super high going into the movie and fell asleep unbeknownst to the movie, not even knowing it was there, and then woke up and was like, I caught the good parts though. Like
I was gonna say, were you like
rewatching it? I came back like right at Brad Pitt's like climax point, and I'm like,
oh,
okay. Real quick, which Brad Pitt role do we most appreciate in?
I don't know. Inglourious Bastard is
Lieutenant Aldo Rain.
Absolutely. I mean, it has to be. It has to be, right?
Like Aldo fucking Rain. Like what do they call him? Aldo the Apache, dude. He was one of the coolest characters in the fucking movie.
Dude, like, my favorite scene for sure. My favorite scene for sure was the bar scene.
Yeah,
and at the very end, when it's just the dude at the bottom, and he's like trying to like get an agreement done between them to bring the woman out. He's like, "We have a grenade up here. We toss it down. You dead. That doesn't benefit anybody." Shit like that.
All right, Bohden. I have a few questions for you.
Sure. What's up?
So what do you believe is like? Just take a wild guess. I don't know if you know at all. Like, what do you think is the highest grossing film that he's made?
The highest grossing.
Ooh.
I never pay attention to this stuff, but I'll take a stab at it.
Yeah, take a stab.
I would guess. Let me think. So
I have a guess.
Do you know, Chase?
I don't know, but I have a good guess.
Okay. Then yeah, both of you can guess.
Okay.
I
guess.
Think. Oh yeah,
Bohden's gonna take forever.
Okay, let me just get it over with.
Go ahead. You can guess.
I'm gonna guess it's Django Unchained.
Okay, that's a good guess. That's actually a very good guess. I was going to say, I know we were just talking about it, but I actually might guess Inglourious Bastards. But like,
that's a good guess.
Because when I think about it, he's had such a great repertoire by now. They know his movies. And I think it was like 3 or 4 years since Death Proof. So it might have been like people were clamoring for a new. But Kill Bill has 2 movies. So like, that might be like more box office.
But does anybody sell tickets like Jamie Foxx does?
Jamie Foxx, yeah, but like, oh man. Okay,
I'm
gonna say
that boy.
I'm gonna say Inglourious Bastards. That's what I'll say. Because Pulp Fiction wasn't a big hit in the beginning. It was actually like kind of a bit of a flop, and it became a cult classic later. So I'm gonna say Inglourious Bastards.
Inglourious Bastards. Okay. Well, I will give it to you in order. Top 3 grossing films.
It's Kill Bill, isn't it?
It goes to Django Unchained.
Oh, Chase got it.
Yeah,
that was a good
number
guess,
1. Number 3 is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I mean, number 2 is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and number 3 is Inglourious Bastards.
Oh, okay. So all his newer movies are grossing more.
Well, Hateful Eight actually grew like less than Kill Bill number 1, and more than Kill Bill 2. Way more than Jackie Brown. That's a fact.
Yeah, Jackie Brown. Yeah.
Before I sat down and started thinking about which films of his were my actual favorite, I rewatched like most of them this weekend. The most recent being The Hateful Eight. I just finished it this morning.
Oh, cool.
I forgot how much I loved that movie. Before rewatching it was so low on my list. I like not thinking about it. I was like, I don't remember it being that great.
Actually,
I rewatched it. I was like, holy shit. Really?
Lowest rated movie.
Ridiculous.
Jackie
I cannot
Brown's at
agree
like
to that.
64, and then
Dude.
Hateful Eight's at a 75.
So much of the Hateful Eight is just dialogue driven and so well
That's
done by
probably why.
everybody.
It's
By
probably
everybody.
why.
I can see why people would maybe say it's slow or something, but like
Oh no, I
every
totally yeah.
every moment in that, every scene, there's tension, there's drama, and it's well shot, like every part of it. And it's told in such a great way. Oh, I love it.
So like that totally makes sense that it's one of the lowest rated, because normal moviegoers don't like long scenes, and Tarantino loves long ass scenes where the actors just get to chew on the material and work. The actors can just show off and do work, and that makes sense because like most moviegoers don't like long ass fucking scenes.
And it might be something that Quentin hates, but like for me, I love watching his films at home. Like I love being able to watch it on my own time. Like I feel like, like in the theater, like I know that's how he wants it to be watched and everything, but
on film,
I just don't feel like I just don't feel like I get like I'm quite like the experience of the theater and everything, everybody around, when obviously any film is like that, when there's good parts, everybody kind of, you get an uplifting feeling through the crowd or whatever. But like I've always been kind of a secluded person to where I love watching the film, and it helps me kind of like really observe the details a lot more. So like,
for sure.
Devote your attention more to it.
Yeah, I love watching his films at home. But I've seen to where he hates, I've read another article to where he hates streaming services. Like he thinks it's bad for the whole like film stuff or like film industry.
With that, we're going to segue to our sponsor for the evening, HBO Max, where you can stream all of your favorite movies.
Stream new episodes of the Film Knob.
Including Tarantino's biggest hits.
But no, I think he, overall, you would rate him, like in a top 10, you would rate him as number 1, Bohden?
Of what, my favorite directors?
Yes.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I mean, like, I have other directors that I adore totally, but Quentin Tarantino is like, man, I just love everything he's done.
Why would we be talking about Bohden's second favorite or third favorite director right now?
Yeah, so, okay, everyone, this is a segue into my favorite director, Michael Bay.
Right. Introducing my 8th favorite director in my top 10.
The Safdie brothers.
Bohden, so what's your favorite Quentin Tarantino movie?
Ooh.
Inglourious Bastards. I actually have
yeah, you said that. You already said that.
Yeah, this week I've been marathoning, watching 1 or 2 of his movies each day this week, and I've compiled a pretty objectively perfect list of my ranking of his movies.
Ooh.
And Inglourious Bastards is number 1 for sure for me.
Okay. Ashton, do you have a favorite film? I can't objectively say because I didn't see every single film. I did not see Jackie Brown, and I did not see Death Proof, is it?
Yeah.
So I didn't see those.
I don't think I have a favorite right off the bat. I mean, like I have a top 3 for sure, which is Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill, and like that's in no order, but those are easily my favorites.
Okay, that's solid. That's very solid.
I'll hit you with my top 3 now. My top 3. Off the dome right now, spontaneously. This is concrete. It's going to stay this way.
Not in order. Not in order. No order.
No specific order. No specific order. Fuck, dude. Reservoir Dogs, for sure. It's got to be in there. It's so great. Hateful Eight, because, oh man, it's also great. And,
wow, that surprises me.
Oh, dude, I feel like I have to. It was better than Once Upon a Time.
Dude, like that movie, there's so many good, all the characters, like, who was your favorite character in The Hateful Eight?
In The Hateful Eight? My favorite one? John Root, the Hangman?
Kurt Russell's character, John Ruth.
Yeah, Kurt Russell, John Ruth. It's John Ruth. I was gonna say
he's so good in that guy. The way he talks, all his lines.
The way his mannerisms while handling his prisoner, his captive Daisy, is so funny too. And like, I don't know, they work around it so well. And Tarantino uses that as like a funny prop throughout the entire thing too.
Like,
so I don't know.
There's so much great like violent humor with him and Daisy. Like when someone makes a joke against him and she starts laughing, like she's like starts laughing in his face, and he just fucking backhands her. Like it's so crazy, but so funny.
Dude, that's why I think I have to put Hateful Eight in my top 3. I have to. And Pulp Fiction, I think, finishes it off. I have to put. Oh my god, Pulp Fiction's amazing.
I don't blame those
Pulp
are
Fiction's
both
amazing.
solid lists. I mean,
Travolta.
I don't think you could pick a ranking and not it be valid. Like it's every movie he makes is so fucking good.
I really don't understand the ratings of his movies. Like they don't really make sense to me, especially like it's weird. Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction are the same 92%, which is it's weird. But then
That
Kill
makes
Bill's
sense.
like within the 80s, and then you have the rest of his movies all in the 80s, which is like I don't know if it's because like what we said of it being long movies or what.
I would
They're
argue
all fantastic.
I would argue that the critics generally, this is my guess, like Kill Bill was so much more stylized, it felt like. And it felt like more artistic than his normal storytelling technique, which is already nonlinear, but like
it's also his only action movie in his entire filmography. It was like his try at like he loves action, so it was his try at like doing an action movie.
Yeah.
Well, most of it, I mean, well, Inglourious Bastards, would you not consider an action?
No, not at all. Not an action movie. It's just like a war drama thriller kind of thing.
Okay, but what about Django Unchained?
That's
just
an
like
action
film.
That's like a spaghetti west. That's like a revisionist western. Like
so you don't consider
story.
western as action?
A western can have like, action in it, but for an action movie, I would say action needs to be the thing. Action can't just be in the movie. It needs to be the thing that's relied on in the movie to tell the story, to convey the scenes. You know what I mean? Like Kill Bill, it's all action. You know what I mean? The action is how the story's told.
Reservoir Dogs, no action at all. Honestly, Pulp Fiction,
but
no
once
action.
again,
I'm fucking dying here, man.
Blood everywhere.
Tarantino, like no other, can have dialogue scenes feel like fucking action scenes. Like I don't know how he does it, but he does it.
I would love to have Quentin on here to be able to discuss like his actual views on our films and
great.
Like,
you know what? It's
great
that you say that. Great segue. In fact, coming on right now,
coming into the Zoom call right now. Let him in. He's
Quentin,
waiting.
Can you hear
Ashton.
Quentin?
Quentin,
are you there? Quentin, are you there, buddy? QT,
Quentin,
you there,
Quentin,
QT?
you're mouthing, but you're not saying anything. We can't hear you, Quentin.
We're gonna have to let him go.
So we gotta let him go. Quentin said this isn't on a 35mm film, and he wants to be no part of it. Fuck.
Yeah, I saw that too. Of how he only films on 35. And
sorry, Quentin.
But yeah, Quentin Tarantino, good pick of the week. I will take that. Some nice watches, nostalgic, I would say.
Wait, Bohden, real quick, put them in order. I don't think we got your exact order here. Your objectively best order for.
And I do got something to say about Death Proof that I urge you guys to both watch it when I get to it. So Inglourious Bastards is number one. Number two, you guys both picked Reservoir Dogs for your number one, and I would have been my number one, but Inglourious Bastards just beats it out for me.
I said no specific order. I clearly stated no specific
you just said like
I said no
your top
specific
three.
Order.
Oh, gotcha. So this is my order as far as much as I could narrow it down.
Cool.
Inglourious Bastards 1, Reservoir Dogs 2, Kill Bill at number 3. So that's my top 3. And then I actually have Django Unchained as number 4.
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction number 5. Hateful Eight number
8.
Or no, wait, 1, 2. Oh yeah, right. Hateful Eight number 6?
Number 8.
Yeah. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, number 7. Number 8 would be Death Proof, and number 9 is Jackie Brown.
What's crazy? What's crazy about your list is that one thing I agree with, Pulp Fiction, I can't allow that. I hate it. But another thing is,
you hate Pulp Fiction?
I hate that he put it at number 5.
He hates Pulp Fiction.
It's insane how much I loved Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but I still would also put it towards the bottom of my list. Like, that's how close these are. I agree that like they are. Really
there's just some amazing things.
They're all
in
like
Once Upon a Time
4-point star movies
in Hollywood. Like it going back to what time period was it?
The 60s, 1960s.
The 60s, and then the whole cars and stuff, and like being in California at the time, like they actually got all these cars closed down the highway and just like filmed it, which is like, crazy. But like all those old cars, everything, like especially Brad Pitt's old car, like the old houses, like being in California, it was a dope movie to see. But like,
it's a really cool movie. It's basically Tarantino's like love letter to old Hollywood.
It's weird how
his
newer movies are getting a lot of like awards and everything, but like the main movies that he's known for and recognized for is easily like his old films, like of Pulp Fiction.
And I'm just thinking about Leo again in that role.
Oh my God!
Just, why is he so good in everything he does, man? Someone tell
he
him.
can't do no wrong.
Stop
Even
it. No
if
one
he's
can stop him.
Sitting on a yacht, like 25 pounds overweight from a role. Who cares?
I don't even know what to do at this point. I mean, can he act in any role? I think he can. I think he's shown that.
Yeah. Can I give a spoiler before we end this podcast, or whatever you guys want to talk about next?
I think I know what you're gonna say.
I want to talk about. I urge you guys and the viewers, whoever's listening to this, God bless you. By the way, the handful of you, you're day ones, and we love you. We really love you guys.
If you've made it this far through the episode, yeah.
I need to talk about Death Proof for a second. Death Proof, I really think you guys should watch it for just one main reason, really. I mean, Kurt Russell's in it. So Death Proof is basically like it's an homage to those like old 80s slasher movies. It's like a horror slasher movie directed by Tarantino. And Kurt Russell plays the slasher in the movie, the villain. And it's really interestingly directed, and like it's a cool narrative structure to it. And the movie is like good the whole time, like even great. But then you get to the ending where Tarantino makes a decision with how he wants to end this movie with the final 15 minutes. And it's like maybe the best ending to a movie in like all of cinematic history. What? And I think you guys would like.
No, would you like to
the best ever, Bohden?
Would you like to explain the movie, how it came out, like with the whole Grindhouse thing, Death Proof?
I'm not really super familiar. I know that was it Robert Rodriguez that he wanted to partner up with to make a double feature.
Basically they made two movies and they released them at the same time under I'm pretty sure you could, if you went to the theater, they showed Grindhouse, which was two film back-to-back thing. And between
a double feature.
Yeah, between that, which is really weird, is that they had a lot of these trailers throughout it. I don't know if that's in Death Proof or in when you went to go see Grindhouse, but they had a lot of these trailers that they made for fake movies that had amazing cameos, a bunch of different actors, and a lot of those movies have became actual movies. Like Hobo with a Shotgun is one of them. That was a trailer, and I can't off the top of my head think of them, but there's a lot of movies through the whole Grindhouse two film picture that they made fake trailers. That there's a lot of films that have come from it.
Oh, okay, that's cool. You also made me just think about a fun fact that I forgot to talk about with Inglourious Bastards. Eli Roth, who is a director on his own, plays Donnie Donowitz in the movie The Bear Jew. Eli Roth, you might have seen his movie Green Inferno or Cabin Fever or those kind of gore movies like that.
I like both of them.
Yeah, I know you're familiar with his movies and stuff. Eli Roth. There's a movie within the movie in Inglourious Bastards where it's the movie that they're showing at the movie theater in the movie. It's called A Nation's Pride. It's about that German soldier. And Eli Roth directed that movie within Inglourious Bastards. Tarantino had him direct that.
Oh, wow. Because I'm looking right here in Grindhouse. There was another trailer that Eli Roth made.
Oh, that's dope.
He made what is it? A trailer that called Thanksgiving, and it was produced in the style of a holiday themed slasher film, and from there, and then also,
I wonder if that was the first time Tarantino and him worked together, and then he had him on Inglourious Bastards. It's kind of cool.
I really want to watch the whole Grindhouse thing, because now I'm looking at it and it says the one trailer was Machete. And obviously Danny Trejo ended up making they so from that Grindhouse thing they made Machete. And then also there's a Rob Zombie made a contribution to one of these trailers. It's called The Werewolf Woman of the SS, and it starred
That's a hell of a title.
It starred Nicolas Cage as Fu Manchu.
Let's go.
What?
This is all amazing.
Can these all just be movies? Can we just get...
So I'll give you a list of these trailers of the directors. So Rob Zombie, Edgar Wright, Eli Roth, and...
Edgar Wright? What the fuck?
I believe that's it. And then a few little other guys.
Oh my fucking god, that
But
sounds
yeah,
amazing.
Crazy.
so was that not in Death Proof? Is that only if you watch Grindhouse?
That might be the case. It might have been only in theaters too, where they showed those trailers for all I know. But I have a copy of Death Proof on Blu-ray, and it's just Death Proof. It doesn't have any like those trailers that unless it's in like the special features section or something. But hey, if you are gonna watch Death Proof, then I won't spoil the ending because
no, I think I'm gonna watch it.
I don't want to. Also, I've hyped it up a lot. So if you don't love it, it's fine. But it absolutely it turns the whole slasher like genre on its head in the last 15 minutes. So good. But yeah, Tarantino is god tier. I would literally massage his feet with my own feet, and I'm sure that would.
Dude, I'm sure he'd be so into that and feature that in his next film.
Oh, he would. I would get him to come so fast.
If I
whip my feet out.
That's a hard cut.
You're taking the film now to a whole other fucking level.
Oh, we just became a BDSM podcast.
I mean, Tarantino is a coomer. Come on, we're
gonna get a weird following here. We're gonna get a weird following. They're gonna be upset at us. Like, oh wait, do you guys talk about feet like all week, like every week? Or
any following, you know what?
This is the first podcast that they talked about feet.
Well, I guess the general gist, though, is I think we all agree Tarantino.
Go watch his movies.
Great director. Good job. Keep making them. Although I guess he's not, right, Bohden? He's done?
Yeah, go watch Little Nicky featuring Quentin Tarantino, guys.
Oh, stop, please. No, but Tarantino's not done. He had stated before that he would love to make 10 movies, and if after his 10th one, he doesn't mess it up at all, then he thinks that would be a good place to retire. And he's made 9 movies thus far.
I'll be honest, it's a little fucking like kind of meh. Like it's kind not like selfish. Yeah, it's not like you're a fucking like an NFL football star that needs to retire because you're going to like rigorous training or like a UFC like champion. Like
true,
understandable to Quentin. Like if you want to stop, if it may like who knows how long it takes him to write movies or like how hard it is to write movies. I imagine like for everybody it's not easy. Fucking so who knows if the dude's fucking in there pulling out his fucking hair, fucking trying to make a movie for us.
Yeah, right. Like going fucking
developing
crazy.
a drinking addiction.
It's like Stephen King, who like Stephen King had like he doesn't remember like fucking like writing Cujo and a lot of stuff or Carrie.
Dude, I don't think that man remembers writing dozens of his books.
That, but like now supposedly like when every time he finishes a book, he has one cigarette.
I'm sorry, wait, did he really not remember writing Cujo?
supposedly that's what I've heard is that like he was so fucked up on like alcohol and shit.
Oh, that's why. I thought he was just in a fever dream of writing dozens of books.
No, that he was just I'm sure like after you write it and stuff, like it's just like make another book. And he's just fuck. Like a UFC fighter training. Just obviously that's how like Quentin is just
passing out.
Fucking like Rocky beating up fucking meat. Like that's what Stephen King is doing with his pen.
I hope he keeps going. I hope they both keep going. Shout out to all those people.
Yeah, shout out. Thank you for this episode. Amazing.
Tarantino, come on the podcast. But that'll do it for this week. If you want to tweet at us or yell at us for anything we've said or done, please go ahead and do so over at the Film Knobs on Twitter. Do it at our personals as well. Mine is at Certainly Chase. Bones is at Bohden, I think. What is it?
No, it's just Bohden. It's at Just Bohden.
At Just Bohden. I forgot. It's genius. It's great. I love it.
You should have done at the original Bohden.
Yeah, at the best Bohden.
Yeah, you can also follow us over on Letterboxd. Mine is at Chase TM. Bones is at Bohden over there. Ashton doesn't have any socials because he actually lives in a sandcastle somewhere in the Mojave Desert.
Yeah, the Mojave. Yeah, I don't know. The best way to describe Ashton would be like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen John Wick. You know, there in John Wick, there's like that network of homeless people that are secretly assassins, that they're dotted around New York and stuff. Legends say that actually, if you find Ashton on the streets of LA and you give him an ornate golden coin, he'll kill a man for you.
All right, boys. Thanks for having us.
Millions.
Thank you, fans.
Have fun, everybody.
Fans. That was beautiful.
Good night.